there's something else that's on my heart that I wanted to share with you. First off, I mentioned to you. Hey there, everyone. Dave from Repairs Rule. So, I want to welcome everybody back. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. Our son and family came down to visit us. We had a great time, and I'm hoping you did too. We're all looking forward to a happy new year, and I do wish that for all of you. So, on this video, I've talked about retirements, and we've talked some about the side hustles, and I'm going to elaborate on that for a little bit. But there's something else that's on my heart that I wanted to share with you. First off, I mentioned to you that I have a laser. I mentioned it several different times. And with the laser, it allows me to make products to sell wherever, eBay, Etsy, wherever, um, craft shows to other crafters so they can sell them in their shows. And I wanted to give you a couple of examples. First off, in the Christmas season is ornaments. You can pull these up here so you can get an idea. I think that will focus. Several different types of ornaments and real easy to make. The laser can just buzz these things out with no problem. And a lot of people sell these type of things on Etsy, or they'll sell just the plans. You make a drawing of the what you want, and the software that most people use for lasers is called Lightburn. So you can create things like this on Lightburn, and then you have a choice. You can burn them on your laser and sell them as a physical item, or what you can do is you can just sell the drawing that you did, a digital download to the drawing. And there's a lot of people that do that. A lot of people, they pay for their lasers that way. And again, for a side hustle. Another thing that I made several of this year were ornaments. And these ornaments, again, easy to do with the laser. Give you an example. I think we'll focus in, okay, on that. I have a new phone here, not actually a new phone, an upgraded phone from my old one. So I believe there's a lot of information about cameras and phones. This is an iPhone, and it upgraded my camera quite a bit. So I'm hoping that the quality of this video is better for you. So anyway, I wanted to point that out. Ornaments of different kinds on lasers, easy to do. So I mentioned before on a video that I am a Christian, and I'm a born-again believer. And it may not mean anything to some of you, but to some of you, I'm sure it does. But I wanted to share something about that. Many times, as a believer, you will have a difficult time. Not everyone does, but some people have a difficult time sharing their faith with family members and friends. And it's really funny. The people that are closest to them, they would love to give them the good news of the gospel, but they're afraid. They're leery to what these people might think of them and different things. And they remember you from years ago when you weren't a believer. So it's just a difficult situation for a lot of people. Well, I thought about that, and I actually came up with what I think is a pretty good idea of how to break the ice, how to make that happen easier. So I have a grandson, and I was thinking, boy, it would be absolutely great if I could share my faith with my son and his wife and my grandson in an easy, comfortable way, and also at the same time give them memories that they'll never forget. I mean, you and I, if you're a Christian, you're a believer, you know that things have happened in your life that you couldn't explain, you know God had to be involved in it, and you wrote some of those things down. My wife and I, we've had so many things happen to us. We've always said we should write a book. Never did, but we should have written all of them down because amazing stories. And a lot of people, they're just going to look at it that way. They're just going to think, oh, that's a nice story. But when it's actually happened to you, I mean, you witnessed it firsthand, what took place, and you know that your friends who believe in you and your family who believe in you, they know you're not lying to them. So when you explain what happened to you, it's got a bigger impact on those people because they know you're not lying. You're telling them the truth right out of your heart. So anyway, I came up with an idea of making a box, and I called it Testimony Chest. And of course, being an entrepreneur that I am, when I came up with this idea, I immediately went out and bought the domain name. So I own testimonychest.com and things like that. Those other details are an entrepreneur's look at different things, and I'll be glad to share more of those type of things with you if you're interested. So anyway, insert real quick here. If you like this type of information, please like, subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot more information like this come out. So anyway, I came up with the idea of a testimony chest. So the whole idea was that I could take tokens and write on these tokens a hint, just a clue of what one of my testimonies or our testimonies, my wife and mine, might be. So I have a laser engraver. This was perfect to do. So let me introduce you to this thing that I do called Testimony Chest. And of course, I put links. I wanted to hold this back until after Christmas. I didn't want to do this as a promotional thing for Christmas. It's just something that I felt that I didn't want to do. I wanted to wait till after Christmas to show you this. So anyway, let me share. This is what I call testimony chest. Let's see if that will focus for you. Okay, so the idea is this is sitting in my living room on one of my end tables. And my grandson can come in, and when he's here, he can open this up, and inside are these tokens. Let me see if I can pull that up there for you too, so you can see inside. There's tokens. So what he can do, he'll come in and he will pull out a token and he'll ask, okay, Grandpa, what does this one mean? Don't shake the door. So I don't know if that's focusing. But anyway, there's a whole testimony about don't shake the door that I can share with him. There's another one here that says, for instance, don't be afraid of the work. And again, there's a whole story, a whole testimony about that. So as time goes on and he comes in and he's pulling these out. Now, mom and dad's sitting there. Mom and dad's hearing this too. But the grandson's inquisitive nature, he wants to pull this out. He wants to hear the story. So I've shared this testimony with him. What actually happened to Grandpa and Grandma, this actually happened to us. These become a keepsake. So when Grandma and Grandpa are gone, this passes on down through the family, the testimony chest, for them to keep, to share to their families in the future. So they'll already know the story behind it. They'll know to pull one out, their son or grandson or whoever, and it will say, for instance, the scout dies in a blizzard. I know what it means now. As soon as I share it with my grandson, he'll know what it means. And as this passes on down through the family, they can say, let me show you something that happened to your great grandpa and your great grandma. And they can pull out the testimony chest and share those testimonies with them. So anyway, I thought it was an excellent idea, especially if you have either young kids or you have grandkids, because they're curious nature. They want to know what that is and what it means. And it just gives you a good way to share your faith with them. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. These kind of ideas, when they pop up to you, just think as an entrepreneur, how can you use that in one of your side hustles? So the testimony chest, again, I've owned the domain name and I've got it up on Etsy right now, and I'll put a link in the description below about how you can go see that. Now on Etsy, I want to just fair warning, when you go there, they don't allow sound to their videos. So when you go there, that little quick little clip of video that I designed using AI, there's no sound. But in the pictures, there's a QR code. And if you click that QR code with your camera, it will take you over and show you the full video with the sound that explains the situation a lot better. So anyway, again, hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. And we're all, again, looking forward to a Happy New Year, which I wish for each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. There's more things coming. Stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next video.